Recently, I've been thinking, what are some of the top Python libraries that I think are truly amazing, and that I really believe that every developer should really know and use on a day-to-day basis. I finally settled on 5 of those, and I know without a doubt these libraries will simplify your code, make your code more readable and debuggable, and really just give you an overall better programming experience and have a lot more fun doing it. So let's dive in. The first library we're going to look at is actually called ARGparse. First, we're going to come in and set up main, obviously, and then we're going to set up this long text here. We're going to call this the description text, and we're going to feed that description text to ARGparse. I like to define here some example text. Here is where we're going to set up the actual parser. So argparse.argument parser. Now we're going to add our first argument, so parser.add argument. Another one of my favorite parameters to define is actually, it's an optional. So it's a -v or -- verbose. Final step here, we're going to do args equals parser.parseArgs. So when someone calls a script, all the arguments are going to be here in the args variable. Now let's do a couple prints here so you can see what it's going to print out. So we have some F strings here. We're going to print. Let's now pass a -h and see what we get. Okay, do you see all this really pretty formatting here? When we do a -h, that's for obviously a -help. And here's the usage. It explains what to do there. Here's our nice long description that we gave it. So now let's run the script with passing it a -v and that input file that it's wanting. And there you go. It's printing our variables. So the verbose argument is true. And then the args.input file, there you go, is some file.txt. The next library we're going to be playing with is actually .env. Super helpful. I use it all the time. So we'll do a pip install python.env. Before we use .env, let's actually create a .env file. So it's .env right here. And let's put some things in there. So we're going to put secret_key, some random super secret key, API key, some API key. You'd probably be wondering, why do we do this? Well, the reason is because we never want to check this in. You never want to put credentials, API keys, anything secret inside of your code. And the way we use this is .env.load.env. Then you have your variables loaded in the environment variables. Okay, and to prove that, we're actually going to read it. So we're going to define a variable called secret, os.environ.get, our secret key, and then we're going to print it. And let's run it. And there you go. Our secret key is this random super secret key. The next one we're going to play with, and it's not a joke, it's called IceCream. So pip install IceCream, and I'll show you what it does. Of course, we need to import it. So from IceCream, import IC. And next we're going to use it. So here, do you see how we had to define, we do this all the time. We like set up a variable, and then we do an F string to actually make the variable print to the screen. Well, now you can just kind of shortcut all of this with IC and the variable, and watch what it does. And let's run the code again with IceCream. And you can see right here, IC for the IceCream, it gave you the name, and then it gave you the actual print. All you had to do is do IC the variable. It's really nice too for printing arrays. So here's an array called foo array. We've appended a few things to it, and now we're going to print it. Here is a dictionary. So we're going to do foo dict, and then we're going to have a model and a key. And now let's see how IceCream prints it. And there you go, foo dict, and here's a nice dictionary. Next is a really fun one for printing rich text to the console. And this is going to be pip install rich. We're going to use a bunch of different things from rich. We're going to use the print function in rich, the table, the console, and markdown. So what we're going to do here is we're going to print with the new rich print function and not the default one from Python. And you can see here, we've got red, this is red text. And then we've got blue, this is blue text. And look how nice this looks when it prints on the console. There you go. This is red, this is blue. Okay, so now we're going to actually print with a table. So let's use a table, show header. Header style is this bold magenta. We've got ID, name, description as the columns. We've got the rows. And now we're going to do a console.print on that table and see what this looks like. So look how nice this looks in the console. This table is just like beautiful. You can do all kinds of different colors here. You can mess with all the kinds of stylings, but this is really good looking here in the console. The final thing to show off here for rich is actually it printing markdown in the console. So here's the class, the object markdown. This is a header. This is a list. And check that out. This is actually printing really nice markdown in the console. So you can do all kinds of things and make your scripts really look professional. The output of them really look professional. The last library we're going to play with and show you today, the number 5, is Logguru. Really easy way to develop logs and do logging in Python. Here we need to import the Logguru import logger. It's really just a drop dead simple way to do logging. Here's how easy it is to use it. So you do logger.info, added file, and then logger.error, error to the file. Let's see how this looks when we print. And look how nice this is. It's got a really nice timestamp. It's got the type, info, or error. It's got the function that happened in, and it's actually got the line number. So super easy and nice for debugging. If this is running on a server, obviously you'd want to pump this to a file. You may be wondering, well, how easy it is. Is it to write this to a file? It's this easy. So logger.add, you add a log file, my_log.log, rotation 1 day. So it would create a new file, a new log file every day. And there you go. Let's open up the log file. It's the same exact. So it's super easy and handy. If you enjoyed the video, I really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like. Leave me a comment. Happy to get back with you. Thank you and have a great day.